the principle of separation of powers, where a member of the executive cannot at the same time be a member of the legislative arm of government. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has accepted the resignation of the Minister of Labour and Employment, Simon Lalong, who will now proceed to the National Assembly as the senator representing Plateau South Senatorial District. He won the seat following an appeal court judgment on the 7th of November, which affirmed his election. My own worry here is that our politicians, the way we operate, winner takes all. I want to be the governor for 8 years. After governor for 8 years, I want to go to the National Assembly. If I'm not the National Assembly, if that ambition is not going through, I want to be the minister representing my state. And if the courts now decide, I want to go back representing my state. And some people work for that party. They've not gotten anything.
But he was the candidate of his party. You know, people work for the party, and a lot of them were snubbed, and some people who even belong to rival parties are now in the government. We know a few of them who are even PDP supporters.
During the last...
Yes, some of them worked against Asiwaju. They got appointments. If not for the hue and cry, that fellow from Ondo State.
Yes, now, of the people like Donald Ojogo that cried that this person ran against me directly.
And not just that, it was even filmed, abusing Asiwaju and ridiculing him. How we could not create a system that will ensure that such people cannot come and reap where they did not sow. I don't know how we managed to have that kind of system, whereby people work for the party, people even sold their houses, you know, for the party to win, spend their money.
Resources,
they will not get anything. And then someone who in public was abusing the man who later became president, abusing him, ridiculing him, will now come and get appointment. Who does that now? So there has to be a method, a module by which other people are able to even see people that are coming into, you know, even the woman in Kano too, went on social media to abuse Asiwaju, and she was not going to become a minister. I think it was Ganduje that said, oh, I do not know her. She will have been minister today. People are posting some of what she said about Asiwaju. Is it that within the APC that they can't find qualified people? That people, enemies of the man who won the election, will now come and reap where hardworking people have not reaped. So let's even leave that. Lalong is a lucky person. He became candidate of his party. Once he became candidate, he contested. He was well defeated by more than 50,000 votes or so by the PDP candidate. But the PDP, by themselves, created the problems that they have today.
That problem will consume the party.
Yes, I don't know how people, and the elderly people, selfish individuals, selfish individuals, selfish so-called leaders of the party are the ones who put PDP here. Those who are accusing the judiciary has done nothing wrong. They told you to go and do congresses.
The same scenario.
They told you to go and do congresses. You decided to do congresses in only, I think, 4 or 5 places. So what do you expect? What do you expect? In Zamfara, it was the same scenario. They did not do primaries. Because what the law says is that for you to, the former governor simply wrote people's names as winners in the various categories, and others like Senator Kabiru Marafa, like the man who is governor now, the man who is governor of Zamfara now, Dauda Lawal. They said no, there was no time that we agreed on this list. And what the law says is that even if one person disagrees, then there is no consensus. So they couldn't agree on it. At the end of the day, they lost. So people will come and blame the judiciary for that when you knew that you didn't do primaries. There was no reason for Jonah Jang and Jerry Husseini to not come together and agree on, okay, this is how we are going to do this, and these are the people.
Ego.
You know, 2 old men put PDP, Plateau State, in the mess that they found themselves. You can abuse the judges the way you like, but this is the problem. This is the problem.
And it's affecting everything.
And you ask anybody who is in the state, they are full of regrets now. Some of the PDP members. I have friends across parties. Some of them are saying, Jide, we never knew it would be like this. Is this old man? No? Is this old man? They are full of regrets that they couldn't come together to agree on the sharing pattern to use.
That hurricane has been sweeping.
It's sweeping everybody. It's sweeping everybody.
Down to that of rep.
They have a very good governor. They have a very good governor, accessible individual. But at the end, who knows what the Supreme Court will decide?
Honestly, because the governor
others have already
terminated this.
Falling by the wayside.
Honestly,
we don't know what will happen. Maybe it will be sacrificed, just like others. That is Nigerian politicians don't learn. They don't learn. If politicians learn in our country, what happened in Zamfara should have warned these people that don't do what you did in Plateau. But this man, somebody, Lalong, who was well defeated, is scored 91,674 to the candidate of PDP's 148,844. You can see?
check the difference.
Somebody that was rejected now. Somebody that was rejected because of the carelessness.
Defeated.
Yes, roundly defeated.
APC candidate defeated.
Now he's going to the Senate.
To go and represent
and it's not to represent the same people who rejected him.
If they love you, they would have come out a mass to vote for you.
But what do you don't blame him?
Yes, sir. He's catching him on the technicality of that.
Yeah.
No, why didn't PDP do congresses? You can't build something on nothing. It's not his fault. He's not the only one who has benefited.
You see, it's as if, these political parties, they have legal advisors. And what would have expected their lawyers to advise them? Most of the time, the lawyers will advise them, but they will not take advice. Because if you read the Constitution very well, it is clear. Primary is fundamental to any election. I can tell you this party, they are going to make the mistake again. They don't learn from
They don't learn.
But there is something very significant about this Lalong's appointment. If the presidency had known that he will win the election, they would not have made him.
Yes.
Would not have made him.
They are lost now.
So it means that even the president, as powerful as he is, cannot predict outcome of the judiciary. If they had known, they would not have given him a senior position. So look at what's happened. I think in Taraba State just today again. So I believe the judiciary is trying its best, even in spite of the face of assault, insult, and all that. We only condemn when it does not favor us.
Yes,
that's the problem. So we should allow the judiciary to do its work, and then we should give them the benefit of that, because it's the last hope of the common man. And I hope the PDP will learn from what has happened in Plateau, because the next primary, they'll see that they are not going to do primary again. They go into election and then go to court. The person that is not supposed to win.
Does not deserve to win.
Yeah, we emerge again.
The person that the people rejected.
Yeah.
So it's like they are the ones who have betrayed the people.
Yeah.
The party leaders have betrayed
the internal democracy.
The people voted for you, but you chose not to do what
is right.
It's right.
And the Bongo did
And I know even a party leader outside of their own area who repeatedly was traveling to that place trying to reconcile these selfish politicians.
We have to take this breather. When we come back, we'll talk more. It's still Journalist Hangout. We'll be right back after this time out.